being in a relationship that didn't really go well, and they put all the fingers on me, but they never checked other person's history. There were people who didn't like my father, I guess. The letter that I was arrested for was claimed a fake letter in court.
Okay, can I ask you a difficult question?
Yeah.
Okay? Tell me how you think about this, right? And it's just my question and my curiosity. I want to know, when you're going through a tough time in your life, right? Which obviously I'm referring to the legal case. You as a young guy had an option to take an easy route out. You could
Yes.
have done that. You chose not to. I want to understand, why did you choose not to? Because that's a tough decision to make. And who probed you to take that
It's
decision?
not a tough decision to make. It was the right decision to make.
Okay.
Because there were so many people saying so many things. Whether you talk about social media, let's start from newspapers. So newspapers said a lot. They made me like the biggest monster there could be. You know, they made me like treated me like a terrorist, like I did something wrong, when actually I was only a 20-year-old, not kid, let's say boy, being in a relationship that didn't really go well, and they put all the fingers on me.
Yeah.
But they never checked the other person's history, or never went back on why it actually could have happened. You know, they blamed me for many things. They put so many dirty allegations against me, so many accusations. But when you're say I'm just saying, you're in a classroom, okay? You're a student, you're a young girl in a classroom, and everybody's blaming you.
Yeah.
How do you justify so many people?
Correct. That's exactly where I'm coming from.
You get so cornered. You go like, abhi main kitne log ko bolun?
Because this is honestly, and I'll say it out loud on camera, what I felt that happened to you was sheer case of bully.
It was bullying, literally bullying. I don't know. It was because there were people who didn't like my father, I guess. Sometimes I think of it. Maybe I'm sure everybody has a few enemies. Maybe he's made some also. Were they against me? Was who was behind it? I don't know. But coming back to your question, the only way I could have gotten out of it is do a trial. Let me explain again. Doing a trial is not easy.
Yeah.
It's a long wait process. Okay, especially when it's a media case, you have to wait years and years and years. I went to the court every week, thrice a week, sometimes twice a week, sometimes once a week, sometimes maybe even 6 days a week. I was in court. From morning 8, you have to sit there till the court shuts, because sometimes the judge doesn't show up. Sometimes the lawyers, my lawyers always showed up. I always showed up. Sometimes their lawyer didn't show up. Sometimes the CBI didn't show up. Sometimes the files were not submitted. So it's a long procedure. And when you're sitting in court, you're just waiting like that as a 21 or 22 or 23 or 24 or 25 or 26 or 27 or 28 or 29 or 30 or 31 or 32. You see how many years I counted?
Yeah.
I waited in court. You know? More, I can't talk about it now.
I'm sorry. That's exactly what I wanted to know, actually. The strength as a 20-year-old to take that decision on sabotaging your own career at the cost of that, because that's what sort of set out perceptions, right? It takes a lot of guts. And I have to say kudos to you, Sooraj.
Thank you.
Yeah, just want to say that. And I'm going to take a second. You want to have water?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay. Maybe I need to have water. Can I get water, please?
So I had to go through the process, and it took some time. But I fought for myself. I did it the cleanest way possible.
Yeah.
And I did the trial because in a trial, you have to answer each and every question. And they have to reply to each and every accusation they have made against you. None of it was true. The letter that I was arrested for was claimed a fake letter in court.
Yeah.
So why was I arrested, you know? No, I'll have to talk about it. Let me talk about it. It's fine. So it is what it is, you know, and because Now if I don't talk about it, this is my only chance, because now at least people are hearing me out.
Yeah. And you never actually spoke before.
I tried here, there, but that time when the focus is not on you, people don't really care. They want you to be the bad guy. Even in court, there were journalists. If you go to a court, there are always media people. I go like, आपने देखा आज कोर्ट में क्या हुआ? हाँ मैंने देखा सूरज. अच्छा आप लिखते क्यों नहीं इसके बारे? नहीं ये उनको वो इसमें मिलेगा नहीं उनको जो चाहिए. You know, they won't get the kind of gossip or the masala that they want. They don't want this positivity. They want something negative against you. They would bluntly say this to me. So then I'm like, okay, chalo, I need to just fight it out. Whether it take more 10 years, I would have done it.
Okay.
Yeah.
More power to you. Now that we're all clean and away from it, and you have a 2.0 version of Sooraj right now, full of strength.
This is a 10.0, 2.0 to both.
तो बहुत पीछे चला गया. But you know what? Let's just look at it from as a chapter 2 in your life. In that case, right?
No, chapter 3. Chapter 2 was my bike accident.
Yeah, which we spoke of.
Yeah, that was also as bad. I had a very, very bad bike accident. That was chapter 2.
Yeah.
Trial chapter 3. My God will give you 100 chapters if your heart is clean and your mind is clean. And if you've not harmed anybody, you'll get 1,000 chances.
Yeah, absolutely.